Hey there, this is Mrs. J. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to look at the Automata box. This will be the simple box using the shell method. Super simple. All right, let's go into Fusion 360, open up the data panel, and proceed to our project, the Automata toy. Double click, see all the parts you've made so far. You should have a lot of cams in there by now. We're going to make this simple box right here. Take you just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm in my project. I'm going to close this up, double checking that I have the y-axis up and that I'm in inches. I want to make sure of that too. Okay, so let's create a sketch. And we're going to click up here, create sketch, and I think we'll make this on the front plane. Yeah, that'll work best. All right. So I'm in my browser. Let's double check my document settings by clicking this caret right here, this triangle. It says units inches. If it doesn't, go ahead and change that, get into inches, and then at some point change your preferences right here, and you click into it, changes to inches, and then go start a new part so you're always in inches. Alright, so we're on the front plane. We're going to use the 2-point rectangle. I like to call it the square tool, but it's the rectangle tool. So click there, click on the origin, drag to the right, and before you click, I have not left click yet, see where it's blue highlighted, you can type your dimensions in there while it's highlighted. So I'm going to type in 5. I don't have to type inches. It knows my document's in inches, so I can just type the number and I'm okay. I'm going to hit tab on my keyboard, tab, and type 5 again. So a perfect square, 5 by 5, enter. I'm on a small screen, so I'll zoom out a little bit. And then I'll escape on my keyboard twice. So 5 by 5, not a problem, looking good. And then we're going to take it back about 4 inches. So let's just come up here and finish our sketch. Go to the extrude feature. Your ribbon changes once you finish your sketch. Now I'm in the Create panel, and I'm going to use the Extrude feature. I'm going to rotate this a little bit so I can watch it extrude by hitting the House key. That's the Home button, and that takes me into isometric view. The Home button takes you into isometric view. You can drag this out, or you can type in 4. 4 inches would be the proper depth there. And the next thing we're going to do, use the Pan feature. Drag it up a little bit. I'm going to try out the shell. Hit escape on my keyboard after I use the pan feature. If you come up here to the modify panel, so we left create, we're going to modify, we're going to use the shell. Great little feature, easy to use. Click on it. Click on the front face in this case, right here. And it gives you an arrow, so you can drag which direction you want. Basically, it's going into the object to make it hollow. I want to make this right here inside thickness, or this, it's the same thing. This is the dialog box, this is the marking menu. I'm going to type 0.25 because that is the width of the wood I have in the classroom for the laser cutter. So 0.25 gives this space right here. I'm going to hit enter. And I mean, there you have it. There's your box. That was just 3 steps: a sketch, an extrude, a shell. Fun deal. Nice and easy. In the next video, we'll make this with individual pieces so that you can alter them and change colors and whatnot. All right, we need to add some holes on the side in order to put in the cams, and then some holes on the top to put in the followers. It'll vary depending on what you make in the classroom, but for the online one, we can make it all the same. So we need a new sketch. I'm going to hit Create Sketch top left. I'm going to hit the side of this box. This is the right side. It gives me a little grid. Just click on that. Get it in front of you. Now we want to put a circle straight in the center. There's a couple of ways to do this. You can drop a line across either end and make an X and see where they meet. You can do that like that. And then you could just drop your circle right there. Use the circle tool and put it right there. I'm going to undo that. Because I can see where my center is because I have the grid on. right? So just drop that right there, drag it out, and the wood for the axle is 1/4 inch. So I need to make this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to make it 0.26. Give myself a little space there. Now we need it to go all the way through so we can put in the axle, so we're just going to extrude it across so we don't have to make 2 holes. You can make 2 holes, go on the other side, make another hole. That's entirely up to you. Alright, so I'm going to finish my sketch, top right. I'm going to hit extrude. It doesn't always select it for you. You have to select it. And now I want to remove. So I want to come over here to the dialog box and select cut. It will also do that if you just drag your arrow the other way. It'll know you want to cut and it'll change for you. So you don't need to be precise here. You just need to go through your box. It's red not because of an error message, but because it is removing material. It's telling me, hey, you want to do this stuff? Yes. So click OK. Hit your orbital tool. And you should be able to see through it. Hit the home tool. Now, depending on your design for your cams, you'll need holes on the top. I'm going to keep this for now and just put up 2. You can change yours later. New sketch. Hit the top. Get this in front of us a little bit. Use the grid feature here. It makes it easier. Oh, I like it when it's wider. Yeah. Alright, and we'll do this. We can always move them later. Look like I come over here. This looks so much better than putting it on one of those grids, doesn't it? Put one here. We'll make it 1/4 inch. The line followers are much smaller. Yeah, let's do the same thing on the other side. Right in that center there. And 0.25. Okay, so when you're in your own project and you want to make it fit your own, you can dimension these. Use a dimension tool. Do 1 dimension from the side and 1 dimension from the top. So I got there to there. I don't like that number at all. 1.25 looks good to me. And then move this over. Do the same thing on the other side. Oh yeah, this is way off. And 1.25. So don't rely on the grid for that one. Well, I can't. And then let's see where they are from the top. So I'm still in Dimension Tool. I'm going to click the center, always the center of the circle, the top of the box. Normally you don't dimension on the objects, you go off. You come out here, but you just want to make sure you can see it. That's 2. I like that. That's fine because it's a 4-inch depth. Remember, we extruded it that far. Do it again on this side. Get right in that center. Get in the top. I'm using the mouse wheel to scroll. And look at that, 1.99. That's not going to fly. 2. Okay, finish your sketch. Hit the home button to get an isometric view. Come up to the top, hit extrude. And you might have to zoom in to grab it. I'm going to get 1, 2. I don't know if I need to shift. It didn't look like I did. I'm going to cut. And I'm just going to drag down. Yeah, I got both of them. Drag down. It really doesn't matter how much. It needs to be more than 0.25 because that's how thick the wood is. So it looks like I got 0.5. It's not adding material, so as long as it cuts through, you're good. Okay? Hit the home button. And you are ready to place in your axle with the little handle and your followers and your guides on the top. And you can vary those any way you want by double-clicking them and changing them. All right, thanks for watching.